sunshine. Hit me like fire, shot me like a bullet, burn me up now, no way to cool it. Every time you kiss me, it's like sunshine and whiskey.
Welcome to Sergio Explains. I am Sergio, and today I will explain the color of whiskey. Whiskey, like every other distilled beverage, is turned into vapor during the distillation process within the stills. It turns into vapor, it cools down and it condenses as it goes through a series of tubes, and then it drips as a liquid into another container. That liquid is called whiskey distillate. That whiskey distillate is totally clear. It has no color. It looks exactly like vodka, white rum, or silver tequila. Whiskey is sometimes bottled without aging it first, like this Jack Daniel's unaged rye whiskey. It doesn't have any color because it hasn't been aged. Now compare it to this rested rye whiskey that spent 2 years in wooden barrels. What that means is that all this color that you see here comes exclusively from the color of the wood in the barrels. And that is true for some whiskeys, but not for all of them. Yes, I hate to break it to you, but a lot of brands add artificial color, and I explain all about it in another video that you can watch in my channel. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that what I am explaining now in this video applies only to whiskeys that do not add any artificial food coloring. Generally speaking, when a whiskey is lighter in color, it usually means it has been aged for only a few years, and a darker color often means many years of aging, and that in turn usually implies better quality and a higher ticket price. Some distilleries even showcase the actual process where you can see through a glass how the whiskey gets darker with the passage of time. Or you can actually compare same brand bottles of two different ages and see how the older the whiskey, the darker it is. But it's not always so straightforward, because different kinds of wood provide different kinds of colors to the whiskey distillate. Of course, the 18 is darker than the 12, and the 15 is darker than the 10. But sherry oak provides a darker color than fine oak, and therefore, even within the same brand, this 12-year-old is just a little bit darker than this 15-year-old. I would also like to add that you should not check the color of the whiskey while it's still in the bottle for two different reasons. First of all, sometimes the color of the label might change the way the color of the whiskey looks, even though this is a clear glass bottle, and especially if the color of the bottle is not clear, like this one, it's a brownish color and you can actually see the color of the whiskey. Sometimes it's a green glass, in this case it's a brown glass, and that's not an ideal condition. So the best way to check the color of the whiskey is to pour it in a glass like I'm doing right now, and what you should do is put a light on the other side of the whiskey so you can see through it the actual color. Let's see if you can see it.
Every time you kiss me, it's like sunshine. Hit me like fire, shot me like a bullet, burn me up now, no way to cool it. Every time you kiss me, it's like sunshine and whiskey. Like a bottle of Jack, straight to the head. One shot, two shot, cocked on red. Every time sunshine. Every time